I'm back.
Stand by.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me bring you back in.
Thank you.
Well, certainly hope you enjoyed that. It's 90 degrees in the shade from Heavy Shift on 90.1 KPFT. We now rejoin Alberto Willies. Alberto, can you hear us now?
Yeah. And I hope you can hear me.
You can hear you. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let me
the
tell you.
audience can hear you, so I can too. So
Anyway,
you're being
folks,
heard, sir.
I do apologize for that. We just had the gremlins came. I don't know. Maybe they didn't like what I was saying, but we just had a very, very hard crash, a hard crash like I'd never seen before. And, we have all these backups to try to get online. But anyway, let's get to you because you're the most important. Let's go to Betty. Come on in, Betty.
Oh, good morning, Alberto. We had a
Good.
lot of good morning, yeah. We had a very naughty people. They weren't nice. They voted for someone that we can't never understand in our life. We have to be a good sport, but they are on my poop list, my poop nerve, top of the list. And I have nieces and nephews. They're all red, and that's my pain in my heart. That's where mostly, and I blame my family too, from that. But, a lot of families and people go through a lot of heartache. Look at the Kennedys. Hey, Bernie got back in, and what we need to do is what we're doing now is keep a stiff upper lip and go on through the rain. And one day at a time. And I love you, Alberto. You did a good job last night.
Thank you so kindly, my sister. I appreciate you. Okay. All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank you very much, my dear. Look, she's absolutely right. We got to just keep that stiff upper lip. The interesting thing is that for those people who thought they were aggrieved and voted for Donald Trump, the policies that Donald Trump support, and for those who are listeners to my program, I mean, a lot of this we're going to go through, are the policies that keep them down. And this is actually verifiable, but we'll have to talk about it. And hopefully, in the next 4 years, we can really get to people so that their minds would not be easily controlled as it was during this election. Let's go to Brother Donald. Come on in, Donald.
Hey, good morning, Alberto. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine because I'm with my peeps, so I'm doing fine, my brother. Talk to me.
What time am I picking you up?
You can pick me up at any time, man.
We're just going to run down to the border real quick. You step over to the other side, pick up some souvenirs. That means you left the country, and you come right back in, and I'll bring you back.
Thank you.
We'll miss you.
Well, look, I'm glad that you're willing to be my coyote, okay? Thank you, brother.
I'm waiting on the popular vote there, and we're going to have a discussion on it tomorrow as soon as the popular vote comes in.
Well, it seems like he could possibly win the popular vote. And let me tell you something, okay? Believe it or not, Donald, that is I don't want to say scary. I don't get scared. But that is, like I said earlier, I don't know if you listened to my monologue earlier, but this is more about America than it is about Donald Trump. It is more about America, and that's something we got to do something about. But anyway, Donald, thank you for calling, brother. You have a great day.
Well, here's the thing, Alberto. Don't cut me off yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Enough of us still in America that will stand up to the bullies, that will not let somebody be persecuted for their race, their gender, their sexual preference, or anything else. And that's the key. We will fight for that, too, because it's freedom. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're anything else, you hate as much as you hate and love as much as you love, but you have the right in America to do that. And if that is ever treaded on, you will see an uprising that you've never seen before.
I hope so, brother.
Okay with it for the simple fact is the reason it's called a marriage or a union is because they would have to change all the laws in the United States to create something else. Who you marry is up to you. Well, who you worship is up to you, but we are still in America. And that's
I appreciate you, brother. You take care. Let's go to Derek. But before I go to Derek, I just want to say this. What Donald said is so great, right? He said, you can marry whoever you want, etc. Donald, do remember that Donald Trump is likely going to get two more Supreme Court justices to appoint. And so far, Clarence Thomas has an issue with the rights that we gave gays to marry now. So we'll see. Derek, come on in, my brother.
Hey,
Derek, you're
Alberto.
good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Good morning to you. Yeah, well, Alberto, I'm not surprised. America still suffers from three main drugs, and that's racism, sexism, and materialism.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was saying during the election, man, despite all that people talk about what he's being guilty of and he's being a felon and stuff, Alberto, Donald Trump is a native son to the United States. You have a whole lot of people and a whole lot of people that practice a lot of hypocrisy. Unfortunately, he reflects what the country is.
Thank you.
Isn't it interesting that in where a lot of the blue states were? Don't you see that the problem? And I keep telling that to our people, the Democrats, is that your problem is not in the money making hubs of America. Your problem is that you never go into the rural areas, and he has so much red covering those rural areas. You will never win. That's
Right.
all
You
I'm
know,
saying.
Derek, don't leave yet. Derek, I'm so glad that came from you because we preach that so much, Derek. You have to go and hug on them rural people because to them, all those other people become others because they don't know them. So, I mean, what you said is profoundly important, brother. Thank you very much for just being who you are, brother. Peace.
Yeah, thank you, Pete.
All right, let's go to Johnny. Come on in, Johnny.
When Brother Magic Jack answered the phone and greeted me with good morning, I said, "Is it?" So shows us the power of persuasion.
Yeah.
So even though we outnumber, even though Democrats, and I include myself in that temporarily, even though I'm a progressive, I don't necessarily think that progressives identify themselves as Democrats. They're more like they will associate with the Democrats. The other parties, you can't. They just won't do it. Even though we outnumbered them, they have on their side the corporate industrial oligarchy who own and control more microphones, bigger microphones, and therefore they have the power of persuasion on their side, even though we have recent attacks on ours. So the challenge here is, number one, don't give up, like you said. You can take a break for a few days, relax, get yourself reoriented, and remember not to put on your poop list the wrong people. That's the tragedy that the other caller was about to make.
Right.
Vote people who voted like me in red states for Cenk Uygur. That's not the issue. The issue is the candidates in the centrist side of politics who did a 180 during the campaign and alienated a whole bunch of people. And that's easy to alienate people when the other side shows that they're being untrue to you. You see, they can play both sides because they've got the microphone. And that's why we have to support KPFT, Pacific Radio, Free Speech TV, Link TV, Jim Hightower, and all these other left-wing independent media. We have to do it. We have no choice. And we have to activate now. Remember I said we got to hit the streets, literally and figuratively? And that includes making sure that you don't show any fear. Because the other side, they're bullies. They're a bunch of bullies is what they are.
Johnny, you nailed it. Johnny, let me just say this because I'm glad you put the plug in before I put the plug in. When Donald Trump or his sycophants went on TV, they would constantly have a whole lot to say. Under us, inflation was low. Under us, the economy was great. Under us, the gas prices was under $2, and they would go out and they'll say these things one right after the other, right? And the mainstream media never push back. They'll just have a set of questions they want to ask. They'll allow all that junk that these people say into the ethos, and because it went unanswered, people would believe it. The independent media doesn't operate like that. I don't operate like that. I actually look at the numbers, I ask the right questions, I probe, etc., etc. The mainstream media doesn't do that for one of several reasons, which we've discussed many times. So when you came out and made that plug for independent media, that is more powerful than you would ever believe. We're not, I'm watching the mainstream media and they're making it seem like this Trump win is so difficult to understand. It is not. It is not at all difficult. Johnny, thank you for calling in and thank you for what you do, bro. Peace.
And
Let's,
I'll add to your apology. I want to apologize also to the Palestinian people and the
yes,
people of Ukraine. God help
yeah.
all of them. God help us too. Because now we're creating more terroristic notions towards
Oh,
us.
well, I mean, Palestine is now going to be beachfront property. I hate to just say it that way. It's beachfront property. Netanyahu saw the wave come in. He fired his defense minister yesterday, and it's open season. And you know what? What can I say? Thank you very much, Johnny. Let's go to Jacob.
Que paso, amigo?
¿Qué
Listen
pasó,
here.
my dear brother? Talk to me.
Hey, Humberto. She got mollywopped. I mean, she got, and she got destroyed. And I knew it. And it pulled out right. 16% of the brothers from this country, my people, didn't vote for her. She got 80. She got like 80%. That was decent. That wasn't even the deciding factor, bro. Even with the sisters, they gave her 90%. The Latinos.
97%.
Bro, that's what for the women. That's like 40% for the men or whatever it was, and then whatever for the women. Bro, I'm telling you something, man. This is what it is. She fumbled the bag. What I mean by that, she could have won, bro, but she harped on abortion, called a women issue of women health. She should have left that alone. She already got that in the bag. What she should have did is distance herself from Biden, said and just admitted she knows it's a migrant problem.
Jacob,
I know it's a migrant. But
can I interrupt you a second? Can I interrupt you a second, Jacob? Let me interrupt you a second, please. You can agree to disagree with me here. This is not on Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. This was not on Hillary Clinton. This is on us. This is on us. We are the ones who have chosen to elect somebody that's going to harm us and reduce the stature of the United States. This is not on Kamala. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to let women, my brother, I'm not going to let this woman
I ain't talking about that.
No, I know, sir, I get it. I know where you're coming from, sir. I really know where you're coming from, sir. I really do.
You know what I was going to say. You don't even know what I was saying, though. What I was saying was as far as her campaign was ran. It's not about Hillary. Who said something about Hillary?
No, I did.
I'm saying, but you were saying like I was saying I wasn't even talking about women.
No, I know, sir. I wasn't trying to say you said that. I was just adding to what you said. That's all. I wasn't trying to put that on you. But what I don't want people to make the mistake and do is I don't want people to make the mistake and just say all the different things that Harris should have done. It's not all the different things that Harris should have done. It's who we are. But Jacob, my line's filled up and I got to go. But we talk, you have free. We talk another day, brother. Let's talk another day. Thank you, brother. Let's go to Moses.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sis. How you doing?
Let me say with full confidence, I am not afraid and I am not dismayed. America, do not be afraid nor be dismayed. Put on strength right now. Go forward. This battle belongs to God. He does not fight like man.
Mm-hmm.
He brings the rebellious where he needs them to show humanity that no man is above the law. God does not fight like man. One generation after the other, we saw it in the Second World War. We saw Hitler almost ate up the whole world. And when the time was ready, we saw the whole of humanity saw him brought down to the sides of the pit. God does not fight like man. Do not be afraid. Put on strength and go forward. Go forward and stand up and see what it is we need to do so we can stand up against the rebellion that is coming before us. Do not be afraid, America.
Thank you, sister. Appreciate you, sister. Thank you very much. My lines are filled up, so I'm going to give everybody about 45 seconds. Thank you so kindly, Moses. Let's go to Peter. Peter, 45 seconds.
Oh, and thank you so much, Alberto, and thank you to 111,000 voters of CD2 for the vote of confidence. And of course, I fell short of my goal, but I do have a question for you. It's related to Donald Trump's convictions and his 34 criminal convictions. So, question: what happens to those? And again, thank you so much, Alberto.
Thank you, brother.
Support.
Let me just say that he will be sentenced in a couple weeks, and more than likely they'll just give him a slap on the wrist. He will then go into power on January 20th. When he goes into power, he'll fire Jack Smith. When he fires Jack Smith, the Justice Department will drop all the charges against him. The charges in Georgia, which are state-based charges, will be placed on hold because you can't really prosecute a president while he's serving. He will likely, in my humble opinion, die in office, and our president will become J.D. Vance. That's my prediction. Thank you very much, Peter. Got to go to John. All right, come on in, John. John, you're on. Okay, John isn't there. Let's go to Richard.
Hello.
Richard, you're on. Yeah, you're on, Richard.
Yeah, totally wrong on a lot of things that you said already. I just heard the part of the show. I haven't even looked at the results, but Harris did run a bad campaign along with Allred, because I talked to Allred and I told him, I said, hey, if you don't get the rule vote, you're not going to win. And he did not campaign a rule vote. He ran on one issue, which was abortion, which he shouldn't have. Just do one issue. That's the reason why. And Harris lost the white women's vote for the most part. So that's what she was after, and she thought she can win just on that, and she didn't. So the whole Democratic Party miscalculated the whole election, so to speak. So that's why you had the problems which you have now. What happens now? Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy 4 years. So.
Well, let me answer you, Richard. I completely disagree with you. I mean, if you were a woman, if you were,
you just blame the mainstream media.
No. May I finish? Did I let you finish? Let me finish now. Let me answer your statement. First of all, this is not on Kamala Harris. This is on America. Secondly, Kamala Harris did what no other Democratic candidate did, and she did go campaign in rural areas all over Pennsylvania, all over Michigan, all over the state. She did her part. This is on America. This is on America. And when it comes to her sole purpose wasn't running on abortion, but abortion for women is a critical issue, an issue where women were dying in Texas. As a man, you may not see that, but women, it's a critical issue. The issue now, why the only group of women that supported her in the majority were white women, that has white patriarchy reasons, rationale behind it, something that my 33-year-old daughter came and said, Dad, let me tell you something. I knew it, but she explained a whole lot of things. And whenever you look, placing the blame for America making an immoral choice on Kamala Harris is exactly the problem that we have in America, because we don't look at the core issues that actually create the problem. But everybody has a right to speak. Thank you very much, Richard.
I'm sorry. That's the core issues with the Democratic Party, and you don't even look at that. And
No,
you ran.
sir. I'm sorry. That's not the core issue of the Democratic Party at all. That is what some would like to say. The core issue of the Democratic Party is actually vast. This is not on Kamala Harris. This is on America. Let's go to Brian.
Man, she ran.
Come on in, Brian.
Yes, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm not doing fine, but I know you're happy.
No, the election's going to happen. The outcome's going to happen whether I want to or not.
Mm-hmm.
And she ran on abortion. Here's some facts. 50% of the people are men, 50% of the women. 50% of women don't care about abortion. They care about the food that they cannot get for a decent price. That's the core value. And you're denying the election already. I'm very surprised that the outcome was public.
Why are you saying I'm denying? Wait, hold on, Brian. You came on here, and the second sentence you gave was not a true statement. Who's denying the election? When did I deny the election? She won. He won. I never said he didn't win. I said this is America. He won. When did I deny the election, sir?
You're denying the results.
He won. How can you say I denied the results? I said he won. How can you say I denied the result?
You said the American people don't know what they're doing.
And I stand by that. I mean, if you believe, listen to what you just said. Let me just prove my point. Let me prove my point to you. You said people are concerned about prices. That's what you said. You said that, okay? Now, I can go to before the prices were rising and to what will occur based on Donald Trump's proposed policies. In either case, that is a Donald Trump issue, but America still voted for it because they didn't understand economics, okay? Donald Trump is the genesis of America's inflation, and Donald Trump will be the genesis of us having inflation again when you apply tariffs. That's a statement of fact. That's just basic economics 101. So what I'm saying is no. I mean, it is okay for you to call into my program and tell me, my dear brother, that, well, you're wrong for saying X, Y, and Z. But let's not argue facts here because the facts are on my side. Continue, sir.
No, I'm sure you have other callers. So continue.
All right. Well, great. Thank you, brother. You have look. Let me just say this to you, though, Brian. Congratulations on having won the election. You won't see us take people on January 6th to the Capitol and complain. This will be a peaceful. Donald Trump will be peacefully receiving the keys to the White House again without a problem. Those of us that are disappointed, we will go ahead and present the loyal opposition. You have a wonderful rest of your day, Brian. Take care. All right, folks. Thank you, brother. Look, folks. I just want, now that we have most of the users on, I mean the listeners on, I just want to do the mea culpa once again because I just thought I knew America better than I did, and I did not. And I told many people, including a friend of mine who just went to Mexico and said, I can't stay here and wait for the results. And she's in Mexico, and I tried to get her on the show last night. We had a show last night. And but I want to give my most sincere apology for my naivete on the understanding of how effective the policies, the fear that was imposed by Donald Trump is. So my apologies. And again, my apologies to the rest of the world. And to all of you that voted for Trump, I want you to really, really understand what has happened now to America, effective immediately. The rest of the world will move on from us, not directly, because we still have the bomb and we still have power, but they will effectively move away from us. And justifiably so, because we have proven not to be as mentally strong as a first world nation, as a strong nation should be, we would have proven to the world that 2016 was no accident. There is something wrong. There is something deeply wrong with us. And until we figure out and fix it, it will continue. Okay, Tag, I can give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Tag.
Alberto, I got to say that when you get out in the woods and you get lost, what
Yes.
do? You walk around in circles.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
where I think we're headed.
Yeah,
Some
thank
people
you very
are
much.
lost. I can understand what happened. So see ya.
All right, thank you, my brother. So, folks, I got 30 seconds to say, please don't despair. Please don't give up on your fellow man. Please don't give up on those who voted for Trump. Please don't, please, because as a country, we have to come together. I am not going to hate on my folks who brought Trump back. I'm going to just try to keep talking because Trump is going to hurt them. Trump will hurt them. And let's be there for them. Please remember that the rest of the program is at politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. My name is Alberto Willis. This is Politics Done Right, and you guys know I hand this baby. I am what? Out!
You're listening to the American Democracy Minute, keeping your government by and for the people. Election deniers,